Have you ever stopped to think about the unseen forces that protect our world? Deep beneath our feet, a powerful invisible shield envelops our planet. This is Earth's magnetic field. It is a silent guardian, a vast bubble of energy that extends far out into space, wrapping around us like a cosmic blanket. It is the reason a simple compass needle points north, guiding explorers for centuries. But this field does so much more than just direct our travels. It is a fundamental force that has shaped the very evolution of life on Earth. Scientists have discovered that our magnetic field is not as stable as we might think. In fact, it is currently in a state of flux. Measurements taken over the last 2 centuries show that the field is weakening, and its magnetic poles are on the move. The North Magnetic Pole is drifting away from its longtime home in the Canadian Arctic, and is now racing towards Siberia at an accelerating pace. Could our magnetic shield be preparing to do something dramatic? Is it possible that our planet's entire magnetic field could flip upside down? To understand what might happen in the future, we must look to the past. Our planet writes its autobiography in layers of rock, and within these layers is a hidden magnetic history. As molten lava cools and solidifies to form new rock, tiny, iron-rich minerals within the magma act like microscopic compass needles, aligning themselves with Earth's magnetic field at that exact moment in time. By studying these fossilized magnetic fields in rock layers of different ages from around the world, geologists have been able to reconstruct the history of our planet's magnetic reversals. They have discovered that these flips are a regular, if unpredictable, feature of Earth's behavior, occurring on average every few 100,000 years. To truly understand our magnetic field, we must journey to the very center of our world. Deep beneath the crust and the thick rocky mantle lies the Earth's core. The outer core is a vast swirling ocean of molten iron and nickel, constantly churning and flowing in massive turbulent currents. This is the engine room of our planet. The motion in this liquid metal ocean is driven by convection. The molten iron heats up, rises, cools, and sinks back down, creating enormous powerful currents of liquid metal. The constant motion of the molten iron generates powerful electrical currents. And as we know from basic physics, any moving electrical current creates a magnetic field. The magnetosphere is not a perfect sphere. It is shaped by the solar wind. On the side facing the sun, it is compressed, while on the night side it stretches into a long teardrop-shaped tail. This magnetosphere acts as a formidable barrier. The vast majority of high-energy particles are deflected around Earth, forced to flow around our planet like water around a boulder in a stream. We see this incredible battle play out in the skies as the beautiful Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis, a stunning light show that is a visible reminder of this constant protection. Beneath the magnetosphere lie the Van Allen radiation belts, another crucial layer of our planetary defense system, trapping dangerous particles and protecting life on the surface. The most fundamental role of our magnetic field is the preservation of our atmosphere and oceans. Life as we know it requires liquid water and a substantial atmosphere to shield it from harmful ultraviolet radiation. Without this constant protection, we could have suffered the same fate as Mars, which lost its magnetic field billions of years ago, leaving behind a barren, lifeless rock. Many animal species have evolved to use the magnetic field for navigation. Sea turtles, migratory birds, salmon, and even some insects have an internal magnetic sense that allows them to navigate vast distances. They can sense the field's direction, and some may even detect its strength and inclination angle. This remarkable ability is deeply embedded in their biology. As the reversal process gathers pace, the world would enter a long and confusing transitional phase. The familiar two-pole magnetic field would break down, replaced by a much more complex and messy magnetic environment. Imagine a world with not one North Pole and one South Pole, but several of each, scattered randomly across the surface of the planet. Your compass would become utterly useless. The overall strength of the planet's magnetic shield would be significantly reduced, perhaps to as little as 10% of its current power. Some regions might be relatively well protected, while vast areas could be left with almost no magnetic shield at all. This would present an unprecedented challenge for creatures that rely on magnetic navigation. Their internal compasses would become useless, or worse, deceptive. The most significant consequence of a weakened magnetic field is increased exposure to radiation. Our planet is constantly bombarded by harmful particles from the solar wind and galactic cosmic rays. Scientists estimate that radiation levels at ground level could double. While not instantly lethal, it would lead to a measurable increase in global cancer rates over time. The biggest risk would be for people at high altitudes. Airline passengers and crew would be exposed to significantly higher doses of radiation. Long-haul flights would become much more hazardous. Satellites would be constantly bombarded by particles that can disrupt electronics and degrade components. The risk of sudden catastrophic failure would increase dramatically. In just a few decades, we have wrapped our planet in a delicate, invisible web of electronics. These satellites are responsible for global communications, weather forecasting, financial transactions, and GPS navigation. During a reversal, satellite malfunctions and failures would skyrocket. We might face a future where GPS is unreliable and global communications are frequently interrupted. Major solar storms hitting our weakened magnetic shield could induce massive electrical currents in power grids, causing transformers to overheat and potentially explode. The loss of key transformers could trigger cascading failures, leading to blackouts affecting entire continents that could last for weeks, months, or even years. When we talk about a magnetic field reversal, it's easy for imaginations to run wild with apocalyptic images from Hollywood disaster films. But when we look at the science, these scenarios belong firmly in the realm of fiction. The planet has undergone hundreds of reversals in its history, and scientists have found no evidence that these magnetic flips coincide with major extinction events. Life has survived them before. The real story is about vulnerability and resilience. It's about how our civilization, which has flourished during a period of unusual magnetic stability, will cope when faced with the planet's natural chaotic rhythm. A magnetic reversal is not a sudden overnight event. The entire process unfolds over thousands of years, a slow, drawn-out challenge rather than an instant catastrophe. A reversal would change our relationship with the sky. Beautiful auroras could become common sights all over the globe, but they would be constant visual reminders of our planet's increased vulnerability. Venturing into space would become far more dangerous, potentially putting our ambitions of space exploration on hold for a very long time. The animal kingdom would face a crisis of navigation. Migratory species could become hopelessly lost, disrupting breeding cycles and leading to population collapses. The intricate web of life, which depends on reliable migrations, would be severely disrupted. It would be a time of immense evolutionary pressure. Ultimately, the story of the magnetic field flip is a profound reminder of our place in the cosmos. It forces us to recognize that we live on a dynamic, ever-changing planet with powerful forces far beyond our control. We have built our modern world during an unusually long period of magnetic calm, and we have come to take this stability for granted. Now, the planet itself seems to be stirring. Caring about this process is not about fearing an imminent doomsday. It is about wisdom and foresight. It is about understanding our vulnerabilities and having the courage to prepare for a long-term challenge. The silent, invisible force generated in Earth's core would force us to re-engineer the very systems that power our civilization. A stark reminder that for all our technological prowess, we are still fundamentally dependent on the stable behavior of our planet.